up, guys? So CES 2017 just ended, and today I'll be sharing with you guys on what I think is the top 5 best that I saw on YouTube. I wasn't there, of course. And the big question, do we need 8K? Starting off with number 5, the world's smallest GTX 1080 from Zota. So while this card may not be able to overclock very high considering it only has a single 8-pin connector, it is still a GTX 1080. Owners of or anyone who's interested in small form factor powerful PCs are gonna be happy with this one. Number 4, we have Acer trying to match Dell's Inspiron budget gaming laptops. The Aspire VX15, which is similarly priced starting at $800, which you'll be getting an i5 7th Gen Kaby Lake processor with a GTX 1050, which is an awesome deal, especially for those who want or need a versatile laptop not only for gaming but for some moderately demanding tasks as well. Although don't expect the best build quality since it is a budget mid-tier laptop. Number 3, we have a crazy offering from MSI, which is dubbed as another console killer and also what MSI is calling the world's smallest VR-ready gaming PC. The Trident 3, which will be currently shipping with a Kaby Lake Core i7 and a GTX 1060 but will come with a GTX 1070 later in March. I mean, look at this thing, it's the same size or I think even smaller than a PS4 or Xbox One. Number 2, TVs are getting way out of line these days, especially with this 4K HDR OLED TV from LG. It's only 2.5mm thin. If you have no idea how thin that is, then the world's thinnest smartphone is currently 4.75mm thin. Yeah, let that sink in. And you can mount it on your wall using magnets. I mean, just look at it. Also, you might be asking, where are the speakers and the IOs? Well, all of the power from this TV is in this 4.2 channel soundbar, which contains all the IO and Dolby Atmos Vision, and also explains why it's so thin. It's also priced at $8,000. And the number 1 tech for me in CES 2017 from BMW, the future of cars. This thing is just murdered out with tech. So while it may have all types of sensors and AI built into this car, the main thing that stood out was the hologram or holographic interface that you use to interact with, I guess, almost everything in the car. Even Austin Evans was speechless with how crazy that floating display was. This car is definitely the future. And an honorable mention goes to Lenovo with their new Legion series gaming laptop, the Y720, which is priced at $1,200. Now, while it may be the world's first PC with Dolby Atmos, I'd care less because you're getting a lot of horsepower for the price. So we're talking about a Kaby Lake Core i7 7700HQ with a GTX 1060 and a 4-zone RGB backlit keyboard, which doesn't really matter to me as long as it's backlit, which just blows away the late 2016 Razer Blade and the MSI GE62 VR, which are priced north of $1,500. Of course, there are things in CES 2017 I didn't include, mainly because those are just products with now RGB lightings or laptops that for me doesn't make any sense at all. And lastly, the big question I'd love to ask everyone, do we need 8K? Now, Dell had this 32-inch 8K monitor at their booth for $5,000, which will go into production this year. But the point being is that you can only count the number of people who can make 8K content, MKBHD included. Most of the world's population doesn't even have 4K displays or even 4K content they can watch. I mean, yeah, you can watch it on YouTube, but for the majority of the world that doesn't have access to fast internet, myself included, I'm only able to watch continuous 720p or 1080p videos on YouTube considering it's a good day. Of course, there's also the matter of powering the 33 million pixels. You will be needing a GTX 1060 or RX 480 at least, or any graphics card that has 2 DisplayPort 1.3s. Yeah, I know this is meant for content creators, but do we necessarily need 8K content? I think 4K should be the maximum resolution for any display in the world. ever. But what do you guys think? What was your favorite tech at CES 2017? And maybe I'll change the question. Is 8K meaningful? Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, share, and consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one.